It's FA Cup weekend, and this weekend Leeds United take on Millwall at home at Ellen Road. And this one's always a little bit feisty, isn't it? There's a lot of history between the two clubs. It's not the 80s anymore. I don't think there's going to be the same kind of trouble that they used to be kicking off, but there's always people around. So I think if you're going, be careful, but I think it'll be all right. Anyway, Daniel Farke has done his pre-match press conference. I've watched it, so you don't have to. It wasn't too long, this one. It was about 22 minutes. However, the club, I think by accident, went live yesterday and were live for like 15 hours. So it was a little bit tricky. I was scrolling through it. I was like, this isn't the one. Then they've reposted it. So I've managed to watch it. I've made some notes and I'm going to go through them notes with you lot. In general, it's all looking pretty good at Leeds United. Almost too good. The Leeds fan in me keeps thinking, when's it all going to unravel? When's it going to start going wrong? Because you know what it's like at Leeds. But I'm staying positive, and this is different. This is very, very different. So anyway, he was asked, first up, it's a great opportunity to use the strength of your squad and that really strong bench that you've got this weekend. Will there be much rotation? And Farke, in his roundabout kind of way, got to an answer. He started off, though, talking about the turnaround. It is a very, very tight turnaround, but we are used to that. This does happen in Championship football. The lads didn't get back from Coventry till very late on Wednesday night. I think they were in bed at 3 a.m, he said. So obviously on Thursday it was just a recovery session. Friday they could do a little bit of work, and then Saturday the game. So there's not much you can do between those times. And you've got to be really important to make sure that no one's picking up any knocks, injuries, niggles, because we go again on Tuesday against Watford. Rotation will happen, but maybe just one or two positions it usually is. However, that might be increased to 2 or 3 positions because of the kind of context of this game. It is tricky if you have too many changes to kind of keep that rhythm. Teams get in a rhythm, you get in that kind of confidence, that consistency, and you're building, and players want to play. So sometimes benching players isn't great for them, and everyone responds differently. But yeah, it is the FA Cup. We need to take it seriously. Millwall will be. So yeah, it's another opportunity to win in front of a packed Ellen Road, he said. Millwall will be a strong opponent. We need to use the home advantage like we have done all season. We won't risk players. We do want to win, but we won't do it at the sake of risking any players who could pick up injuries or maybe not recovered enough from the last few games. The medical team at this stage of the year are really, they're important all year round, but he really emphasised how important it is the data that they take. They monitor the players day in, day out for fatigue. They're looking to see if there's any early signs that a player could be susceptible to injury. They then take that data, pass it on to Farke, and he has to balance those decisions between tactical decisions and also looking after players and keeping them in as good shape as possible as we head into the last third of this season. We've done so well to get 2/3 of the season, and we have had some injury problems, but generally we've not had too many injuries piling up. It's kind of been 1 or 2 players out at different times. And then on to team news, and just to back that up, the only player we have who is not available and is not in team training is once again Patrick Bamford, who is moving into the final part of his rehab and should be back in team training next week, which would be mad because we may have a complete squad of everybody fit and healthy, but I daren't even think about that. Touch wood, it all happens, it's all good though. Everyone else is training and is available to play. Farke highlighted how he likes to create a base at a club, how he's always better in the second year at a club because he's created something, he's got something to build on. Even though it was tricky at Leeds because of the summer we had, he likes to build on what's there, and in the second season things start to come together, because he was asked how he manages to have these really long successful January runs that he's had both at Leeds and twice at Norwich, and he said it just is that he's been able to work with the players, he likes to grow and develop players, and in that second season you're able to do that. He then spoke really highly of the group, as we all do. They're desperate to be successful. They're all really motivated. They've got this chance like we had last year, but I think it feels different to last year. The spirit is really good. They all are really happy for each other. Even when you see when they're celebrating, and even the players who are coming off the bench and they're diving on the pitch, and there's some real big characters and leaders in that group as well. He spoke really highly of Vogie, who, even though he's not maybe having the most impact on the pitch, off the pitch it's huge. He's really good with the younger players. He's putting an arm around them, picking them up and pushing them when they need it. he's seen it all, and whether it's match day or training, he's there and he's helping, and Farke puts him down as one of the best signings he's had whilst being at Leeds, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's us all up to date. Tonight at 7 p.m. I am dropping a Daniel James story video. It is 8-9 minutes long, and it's the hardest I've ever worked on anything for this channel, so please go check that out and drop me an MOT in the comments if you made it all the way to the end.